Jesus' precious name. Tell the person next to you before you see and say, hello, lovely one. It is so good, to be seated, next to you. Amen. You better make sure you like the person you sit next to. Amen. I always enjoy myself in the Word. We're going to continue in the vein of you ever considered yourself to some degree as God's rival? You consider yourself to be God's rival? And y'all just got to talking a few minutes ago. I'll try you again. You consider yourself to be God's rival. Let me break it down to you. Is God still competing with you? And don't hold up on you guys, man. No. We're going to discover some awesome things that we still be holy. 2 Corinthians, the 5th chapter, saying, behold, all things. And I think sometimes when we don't experience the things that the Bible declared to be new, that mean never been used before. How many of y'all still think there's some areas in your life that has not been exposed to some of that new stuff? You do believe that? But today we're gonna somewhat kind of cover some of the things like most of us believe that. Well, all of us, if we are believers, believe that God saved us from something. Amen. Saved you from sin. Whether you know it or not, He saved you from yourself too. Amen. Amen. That's the part we don't always like to acknowledge, but you was probably, outside of sin, you was probably your biggest problem. And so He saved you from yourself. And a lot of times we spend so much time discovering what He saved me from, but we don't discover what He saved me for. See, I ain't no amen for that, because we still, He saved you for something. Let me tell you something. God didn't invent no plan for you when He saved you. He already had a plan in place when you accepted Jesus. There is a perfect plan for your life. And most of us won't, I ain't going to say won't, most of us have not yet encountered that plan. So we still kind of like feel our way around, still kind of wandering around, still trying to find fulfillment, because the church has put this gulf between, when you get saved, what's the primary thing you need to do when you get saved? Read your Bible. Who told y'all that? All that religion Jamal was talking about this morning. You have faith. Y'all sound so religious. I just asked the question of what primarily when you first got saved, what you normally do when you first get saved. Yeah. Read your Bible. Okay, everybody up? Pray. Okay, what else? Come to church. What else? Y'all make it like God ain't no fun in God. We just pray, read the Bible. That's what the church been doing for over 2,000 years. Pray, read the Bible. Y'all finally find out there wasn't no sin. Go to the movie. Y'all don't go to the movie when you get saved. Y'all watch TV when y'all get saved. Well, what else y'all do when you get saved? I don't hear none of this stuff. All I hear, read the Bible, go to church, pray. Do y'all eat when y'all? You do it, huh? I'm going to let you preach if you speak. The question is, okay, I'm really going to live. What do you do when you first get saved? My wife says she reads the Bible. Okay. You read the Bible. Y'all don't have nothing else y'all do when y'all get saved? Huh? You gather with other members. Okay. Okay, well, can I watch this question up in that? Well, what y'all gonna do when y'all get to heaven? My wife says she don't know. Now, there you go, whatever he say. Whatever he have to do. Or you think he calling you up there because he want you to do something? Well, I know y'all done read this. In his presence is the fullness. I know y'all done read that, right? But wonder what that joy is all about. I'm going to give you an example. The Bible says, did you know it is almost impossible for you to enjoy anything without the gift of enjoyment? The Bible says God gives you, Ecclesiastes says God gives you the gift of enjoyment so that you can enjoy the things that he bless you with. You know why sometimes, how many of y'all lose the enjoyment of old stuff? You know, when you bought it brand new, all of a sudden, you don't want it anymore. Why? For women, if it's clothes, y'all always, and I ain't never been able to understand the statement, clothes get too little, like you stayed the same size. Clothes got too small. Ain't that something? Clothes got too small. You don't have that kind of excitement about the clothes you once had when they get old, right? Ain't or not? You get a new car. Okay, what it is, when something is new, you seem to have a little more enjoyment for it than when it gets to be old, except your children. You don't want to enjoy them children like you did when they was little babies. They're so cute, and then you start calling them knucklehead, and it was a girl, her naughty head stuff, and you start calling the children all kinds of stuff. Them pretty little babies that was your children, still your children, all of a sudden, now these something else but your children. I don't know what I was thinking back when I had you. Come on, man. You don't have the kind of joy of fulfillment that you once had, whether it's for a child, whether it's for a house, or something that you enjoy. You ever notice? You don't know why? See, the things that God make new don't lose the newness. It don't lose the newness. It don't lose its usefulness. I'm talking about it. You don't lose it. When the Bible says God will make a new heaven and a new earth, it is never going to lose its newness. It's going to always be enjoyable. And you got to think now, you heading for eternity. If you don't think this, just think. Now all you got to do is just think for a moment naturally. Eternity means you ain't going to never die no more. That means, boy, heaven, wherever God is, going to have to be mighty excited. Because y'all get bored quick. Y'all get, if I stay up for too long, y'all get looking all still and ready to go. Won't you? Come on now. I'm talking about the word of God. You start getting where you're ready to go. See, God will have a task on his hand, boy. I'm talking about with y'all, just y'all and him. If he get a little group over there and say, let me see about this Jesus Supernatural Lifestyle group. Hey, y'all. Hey. I can see them. Hey, Lord. I'm saying, Lord, I did not teach them that. I don't know where they got that from. I don't know. You tell us. I know y'all ain't gonna be like that though, right? Right?
Right.
Okay. But it's newness that is going to keep us. I'm talking about in a place of enjoyment. Nothing is going to get old around God. It's going to be full of life and enjoyment. And right now, that's what you are full of right now. That's what enables you to enjoy people. It enables you to be patient and kind. Why? Because there's a newness about your new birth that you don't lose. You don't lose it. Now, but what is the issue with this? What's the issue with this new life that we have? What is it? And I know what God saved me from, but what did He save me for? Why did God save me? He didn't have nothing that's better to do besides save me. I don't think there was nothing better than saving me. Nothing. Listen, you want to hear something funny? Now this really ain't religion. God liked you so much that He became like you. See, look at it. See how y'all respond to that? What? I say He liked you. Now, you know He loved you, but He liked you so much that He became like you. Now, I know you read as He is, so am I, right? You know that, right? Yeah. But you ever thought, as I am, so is He. Amen. Now, if that ain't no blessing to you, man, you ever ask yourself this question? Wonder what it's like to be like God. That don't excite y'all. He don't need nothing. He's self-existent. He don't get bored. Not even with you. He always happy. He always loving. He's full of joy. He is peace. He is love. I'm talking about all of this good stuff that's been downloaded into you. And yet, you've been saved how long? How long some of y'all been saved? You almost think salvation ain't got old to you. How in the world does salvation get to be old? How does it? And so since we're talking about fullness, you ain't full of no old stuff. You ain't no hoarder, no spiritual hoarder. You know what a hoarder is? People who just buy stuff and hold on to it. This ain't no deal like that. You're not a spiritual hoarder. I'm gonna read some scriptures and then I'm gonna go to Colossians. But I want you to go to 2 Corinthians 5th chapter. This is where this all started. This all started from this. Because I want you to see God's intent. When He created you, you're gonna learn some stuff today that you don't even realize that God is involved in. All because, I'm gonna use this phrase now. I don't want you to think I'm irreverent. All because He just like you. He has created so much stuff for you to enjoy until we don't even realize it. At the church world has made everything that we can enjoy a sin. You remember years ago when they first came out with TV, they called that the devil one eye. At one time it was a sin to watch TV. And then they ain't nothing like it is now. They didn't have no cussing on TV. They didn't have no drink. You ain't see nothing. I'm coming pictures like Shirley. Y'all remember Shirley Temple? Some of y'all remember Shirley Temple, right? Three Stooges. I'm talking about wasn't no profanity on TV, and yet it was a sin to watch. You couldn't even enjoy it. You know, you wanted one because your neighbor had one, and everybody had one, and you didn't have that, but you wanted one, but they said it was a sin. And now Christian TV, Christians are on television, right? It was a time when, now I don't know about some of y'all churches, but some of the churches we went to, the children couldn't play no sports. They couldn't do none of the stuff that was in school. Now I'm talking about basketball, you know, I'm talking about fun stuff. You couldn't do it. Because everything was a sin. Listen, everything was a sin that you could enjoy. And we wondered why the world became attracted to Christians. How in the world, and we called everything that you liked, it was worldly. Well, none of it godly, it was all worldly. If I ask you right now, watch this up. How you define godly? Come on, tell me some godly stuff. Give me some godly stuff. Is watching TV godly? I'll slap y'all upside the head with that religion. Y'all scared to talk back to me? You don't know what to say about that when you're watching TV godly. Is listening to the radio godly? I'm finna break all these children, so sometimes I can't. We're going on a picnic. Is that godly? Well, okay, well then tell me what's godly. I know. Listen to Christian music, coming to church, reading the Bible, all that stuff godly, right? Now I'm going to ask you a question. Has all of that stuff made you any more like God? Or why y'all call it godly? Come on now, come on, talk to me. Huh? Do the right, she said do the right thing. Then we're going to have to find out what is doing the right thing, see? I'm just saying, we done been hoodwinked so long until now, like Sunday is our day of worship. We set this day aside. Can you imagine when you get there, but it ain't going to be but one time? It ain't going to be broke up into segments like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It's just going to be one time. It's going to be eternity. Ain't going to be no sunrise and sunset. Ain't going to be nothing that. Y'all don't know how to even begin to imagine nothing. You mean to tell me I ain't going to be able to go to sleep? We ain't going to have no beds. But you're going to need a bed, but you ain't going to get sleeping. Y'all think God go to sleep? The Bible says he don't sleep or slumber. He don't even get tired. And y'all already thinking it's going to be a vacation. On vacation, what you do on your vacation? Supposed to enjoy yourself and rest, right? Supposedly, right? And you ever came back on a vacation and you was tired after you got back than you was when you left? What kind of vacation was that? I'm more tired than I was before I left. And you call it vacation. Now, can you imagine living a life? I ain't gonna never get tired. I ain't gonna never get bored. I mean, it's just gonna be excitement and joy all the time. Can you begin to imagine that? You see, right now we are what you call work-oriented. You know, I worked for 20, 30 years, you know, then I retired, and I might live 10 years after that. And I go be with the Lord. And that's a Christian life. And so when you get to heaven, you're going to be real surprised. You know, probably God wants to sign an angel to say, go show them what I built for them. And he said, Lord, man, he said, I know what you like. I always knew what you like. You're going to get a chance to see what you like. And, you know, you're going to say, now give them a tour of my throne room. Because that's where they're going to be living. See, y'all, that don't even excite y'all. Y'all see down here, y'all women, y'all like the boss people. But when you get to heaven where God won't let you be in charge, you don't even know what to do with it. Because y'all think the only thing boss is, y'all supposed to just tell us what to do. I don't even know man saying nothing, man. Ain't no guy, you mad cat, y'all scared, I know y'all scared. I ain't got no choice. Listen. You're going to really get to understand what dominion is all about. Now, I'm going to ask you a general question. I said, Brother Gavin, you going to get this? I'm teaching right now. But see, we're so used to this ideal about God. Man, God is so much more than what we even discussed and talk about. We don't even make him. Now, I don't want you to think I'm being irreverent when I say we don't make him fun. Can you imagine if I didn't know how to have fun with my children? Can you imagine that? I said, man, my dad didn't never laugh. That cat didn't laugh. He was bored to be around. Well, what he did, he just, my brother-in-law, that cat used to took me after his kids graduated. And, they would have the church would have something special for all of the graduating kids. And each one of them that graduated, they would have the parents sitting, in the front, it's like a banquet. So all of the parents would be sitting up there with their kids. So when they got to him, this cat said this about each one. He had 3 children. He said this about each one of them. He said, well, I ain't do nothing. I just brought the money home. My wife, she pretty much did everything. He said that about all 3 of them. Didn't that change? I said, I used to laugh. I said, man, my sister get all the credit. He said, well, pretty much. I said, well, you didn't participate in that? And just, I mean, like, he didn't participate in nothing in their lives. He said, I just brought the money home. I was the breadwinner. I said, so you didn't, he said, well, we went off on trips, family vacations and stuff like that. I said, you ain't got no fond memories? He said, well, we went off on family vacations and stuff like that. I said, but I'm just talking about you and them. You ain't got no time with them. He said, not a whole lot. And so sometimes people get the idea of what God is like by sometimes what parents are like, particularly if your parents are saved. And so we get that kind of idea that, God is sitting in an old rocking chair in heaven. He probably got an old cane he leaning on. He has to get around. And we kind of pretty much develop an old antique attitude about God. Can I suggest something to you? He is forever young. Don't think you're going to see no old God when you get to heaven. You ain't going to see that. He's forever young. Y'all talking about somebody good looking? Man, Jesus shut up, boy. But guess what? My wife will get to see what I really look like. I'm be looking like somebody like Jesus. She's going to say, Lord, it's hard for me to choose. see, y'all can't handle that. You can't handle that. What? Yeah, the Bible says, as he is, so am I. That means I'm going to have the same features Jesus got. You listening? And you going to say, I didn't know why I fell in love with you. I said, girl, I understand. I really understand. But see, we got this crazy imagination that heaven is going to be boring. It's going to be, we going to a larger church when we go to heaven. And you ain't going to no church when you go to heaven. You're going to have fun. You listen? Ain't no sense in you think you going up there to join no choir. God already got one. You ain't going up there to be no usher. You don't need that. See, the church has given a bad imprint about who God is. We really have. And so when it gets to the world, you ever wonder about, most of even the movie stars. When most of them want to come to the Lord? Sometimes when it's a tragedy, when they finish doing what they're doing, and then they want to come and give their life to the Lord. Yet the Bible says, remember the Lord in the days of thy youth. He says, so when you're old, you won't. Wonder what made Bathsheba so attractive to Solomon. Because he was a young man when she saw him. She said, I heard so many things about you and your God. She said, I just want to pose some questions to you. And then, she went on and said, you said a lot of things, but she said, a half has not been told. He said, now listen, he says, time for me to go in fellowship with God for a moment. He said, you can't come in, but I'll let you see what go on. And so she was standing to the door, and she said, she watched the way, what we call ushers now. She said she watched the way they would enter into the sanctuary, and it took her breath away. That's what the Bible says. She said when she saw it, it took her breath away. She said she had never seen nothing like that. And then she had the privilege of sitting down and asking Solomon the hardest questions that she could ask. And he answered every last one of them. She said, a half has not yet been told. She was amazed by how God had endowed him with wisdom. She was so amazed now listen, Bathsheba gave more gold than any other dominion. But she was so amazed by it. Can you imagine now Bill Gates being so impressed with you till he asks you what it is, what can I give you? See, that kind of stuff, the way you praise God. What can I offer you? Because I'm so impressed by you. When God has got a bad deal. But I told him, if you ever let me in behind that veil, I'm going to tell everything I see. I'm tired of people lying about you. I said, just let me get a glimpse. And every time I open my Bible, he let me see something that I didn't see before. And so, with the little time I got left, I want y'all to see something. You don't even realize, we don't even sometimes realize what all God wants to be involved in our life. How many of y'all got kids going to college? How many of y'all had kids going to college? Okay, you prayed for them? Huh? Were you ever concerned about them when they went? Huh? Okay. How many of y'all got some other stuff you want God to get involved in? Come on, talk to me. You got some stuff. How many of y'all got some stuff you want God to get involved in? Anybody want to name one or two things that you want God to get involved in? Y'all ain't got nothing. I see some hands on what you want God to get involved in. I don't want you to name everything. Just name one part. What?
My whole family reconnected.
You do?
My whole family.
Watch yourself. You said family. I'm going to ask you a question about yourself. If I was to ask a wife, any wife can answer about your husband. Who your head is? My wife said Jesus. Huh? Y'all don't even know who, y'all got a head and don't know who it is. Who your head is? I can't hear no wife say nothing. I can't see y'all married and don't know who your head is. Who your head is? So Q say, God is the head. Huh? You say God is the head of your life, and the husband is the head of your household. I know y'all want to sound godly, and you want to sound. Well, let me tell you right now, okay? Your husband is the head of you, wife, not God. The husband, that's what the Bible says. The husband is not the head of your household. That's what the world says. Alright? Well, why is that necessary, Brother Garrett? If you understand the order, I'm talking about if you would comply with God's order. Well, I know that sounds real religion, but God is my head. And no, he ain't. Your husband is. Because that's the way God set it up. Now, I'm saying this for a purpose. I'm going there for a purpose because it's the reason God set stuff up in an order. That's a purpose for it. There's a purpose for it. If you're a married man, a woman, you wouldn't know what it's like for God to be your head. I'm going to tell you something, all right? All right? You see the word submit, what you think that means? If you can't submit to your husband, how you going to submit to God? And you don't know what it means. Listen, see, that's why we don't have no excitement. Because everybody, we got this misunderstanding about God. We talk about dealing with the things of the earth. We ain't talking about dealing with things in heavenly places. Dealing with things on the earth. On the earth, the Bible says the husband is the head of the wife. That's what the Bible says. All right? How you going to deal with heavenly stuff? I'm just trying to show you an order. If you respect God's order, then all of a sudden you start to enjoy things that you didn't know you can enjoy. See, marriage, men and women, husband and wife don't enjoy themselves because they don't respect God's order. It's an order. God got an order for a purpose. God don't like chaos. He don't like confusion. It's an order for it. If you tell God what you ain't going to do when it get to your husband or your wife or whatever, if you tell God what you ain't going to do, then you'll tell God what you ain't going to do. And that's the part where y'all start banging up. Y'all don't want to hear that part. But I'm just trying to tell you how to enjoy it. I'm just trying to tell you the reasons why we don't enjoy the stuff that God entrusted us with. God entrusted y'all to one another, husband and wife. God entrusted your children to you. I heard him say, I want God to get involved. Now, I'm going to read something to you that you're going to realize something that I don't know why we don't know this, but maybe that's why we're not enjoying it, because we think that God is distant from stuff that we enjoy, and he don't want to be involved in it. What kind of heavenly father would that be? He don't want to be involved with the things I enjoy. My son Jamal told me, because I was in church when Jamal would be playing football. I wanted to be to the game, but this was a priority because I needed him protected. Now, I didn't have to come to church for him to be protected, but they understood what my passion was. I loved my church, and when I would go to the game, he said, Daddy, you need to stay at church because every time you come to a game, we lose. There you go, actually. He said, every time you come to a game, we lose. I said, okay. But he wanted me to understand, but he didn't want to lose. I know it wasn't my fault they wasn't losing. See, you still believe that right now today. You still believe that you should have been in church. You ain't had to been as being him. That there were certain things that I wanted to enjoy, but I couldn't because I chose to be here. God didn't force me to be here. I chose to be here. But I wanted my children, God to be involved in my children's life so that we can enjoy one another. Whether it was on the football field or off the football field, I wanted to be able to enjoy my children. All right? Now, when I find out what God's whole plan was from the beginning, for some reason, God didn't deviate from that plan. Remember what I was telling y'all about, man, when y'all find out about Jesus, God's whole plan was to invite man to sit on his throne with him. To create a man and get invited to his throne. See, we don't really appreciate authority. We want to exercise it, but you don't appreciate it. Now, I want to ask anybody that. Y'all don't like telling nobody what to do. Don't nobody in there like telling nobody what to do. Sometimes. Sometimes, well, anytime. You got like telling anybody to do. And listen, I couldn't hardly wait to get grown so I can tell my children to go get me some water. Man, like I thought that was abuse. You could be walking out the door. My mom said, "Go get me some water." What? They would call you from out the door, Gary. Come in and get me some water. Mama, let's ask why I'm closer to you. I said, boy, I can't hardly wait to get grown, boy, so I can use that authority. Bring me some water. And my mother-in-law, you couldn't bring her no water in a plastic glass. She had to have a glass. You don't bring her no water, and it had to be cold water. If it wasn't none, you had to get the ice out of the ice. That's the way it was. I said, boy, when I get to be grown, boy, I'm going to enjoy this. You know, but I found myself having more fun waiting on my children than they did waiting on me. Then I realized that's what God was like. Did you know God had more fun waiting on you than you doing what he tell you to do? Did you know it literally refreshes God to wait on you? See that? Look at that. See, that should make you excited right there. It refreshes God to wait on you. You remember he asked the woman at the well, said, give me some water. You remember that? And then she said, you being who you is, if you ask me for water, Jesus turned around and said, if you knew who I was, you would ask me for some water. Why? I get a kick out of giving you some water. Man, let me tell y'all something. This thing here just bubbling up, but it's like, okay. Because we don't believe God want to be involved in in everything we do, God wants to be involved. In everything we do, he wants to be involved. He said, now, Gary said, this is where we get religion. This is where religion get at. You think if you get saved, you can't go in no ballroom because you think God won't go with you. See that? Say, yeah, what? I can't be caught coming and going in no ballroom. You going in there to drink? You think God move out of your life if you drinking and you say, I ain't gonna, I say, you know what, there's no unclean devil. But who you think cleaned it up? You didn't clean it up. See this myth we got about God? Man, we got to correct this thing. Because God really wants you to enjoy life. Jesus said, I came to give you what? More abundantly. He said, to the full, to an overflowing, that you might have life and enjoy life. Listen, we ain't seen life on the God, I'm talking about on the God scale. We ain't seen it. Right now, this is low scale. We go to work, you know, we may have enough money to buy a house or to buy a car and stuff like that, and we call that life. I work for a living. No believer should be working for a living, not to live. That's totally unscriptural. The Bible said if you don't work, you don't eat. You ought to read what Paul said. He says, stop stealing. He said, work with your own hands. He said, work that you may have to give to those who are in need. You know you ain't even supposed to be working for yourself. I ain't gonna work to take care of nobody who in need. See, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. See, he knows that if you take pleasure in working for people who are in need, I'm talking about real, genuine need. God will give you enjoyment for that while. Because the joy don't come from you working, the joy comes from you meeting the need. Is you listening? But we so bent, the world got us jacked up. I'm telling you, when you get the stuff, the world really got us jacked up. And God listen, the Bible said God take great pleasure in prospering you. Who do you think gonna prosper you if God don't? He said, I take great pleasure in causing you to prosper. It pleases me. Ain't there something more in the world you know is pleased for you to prosper? Your job tells you better be thankful. You ain't even complain about a raise, you better be glad you got a job. You ever said that? Goodness, man, I can't even want no raise. Thankfully you got a job. And God said, it pleases me you to prosper. I don't want you to just have a job. I want you to prosper. Now watch this. As you're at 2 Corinthians 5th chapter, let me tell you what you can do. Sit down. 2nd chapter. All right. I got 20 minutes and I'm done. He says, therefore, you remember what therefore is? They're always about what was said before. I'm in 2 Corinthians, the 5th chapter. All right. Instead of going to the 17th verse, I'm going to start. Let me start at the 14th verse because I want you to get an idea about why therefore is there before I go to Colossians. It says, for the love of Christ constrains us because we thus judge that if one died for all, then we're all dead. And that he died for all, that they which live should not henceforth live unto themselves. Remember what I asked you? How many of y'all still treat God like? Now I know you ain't gonna want to answer that. Because ain't nobody gonna say that in church. But yet when you leave here, I'm assuring you right now, you live for yourself. You live for yourself. Now don't make me test you. Y'all want me to raise the offering right now? I know how to test you. I know how to find out where you're living in. I have yet to see everybody put all their money in the offering when they give. Now I ain't trying to talk no money. I'm just telling you. I know. The reason you hold money, who you holding it for? Come on, talk to the kid. Come on, talk to them. Who you holding it for? Don't tell me nothing about your bills. No, you ain't got that many bills. You don't have one a month. Come on now, you get paid at least 2 or 4 times a month, and you mean to tell me take all your money you get to pay your bills? Now I'm gonna tell you something. Let me say something to you. If it take all your money to pay your bills, you know you living for yourself. Because that ain't scripture. I thought you said you wasn't none of God's robber. You trying to take care of you. If you trying to take care of you, that means God ain't doing a good job, brother. Come on, talk to the kid. Come on, y'all. See, you think God don't want you to enjoy life, because that's the lie. You done been told if you give, God's gonna bless you. And he said, show it to me in scripture. I said, I've been hearing all my life. He said, I told you to show it to me. He said, quit telling me about what somebody has told you I said. He said, I said it was more blessed to give. He said, so that means if you're giving, you demonstrate how blessed you is. Oh, come on now, catch up. He said, I never promised to bless you for giving. He said, I told you it was more blessed to give than it is to receive. If you really believe that, receiving ain't gonna be no issue. Why? Who in them want to be more blessed? Oh, nobody know? Okay. I know because you done heard me says more blessed to give. I want to be more blessed. That means I got to give more. He didn't actually give more. He says more blessed to give. He didn't actually give more. But see, in your mind, you think you got to give more. God ain't actually, listen, God said this to the nation of Israel. He said, if I was hungry, I wouldn't ask you for nothing to eat. Now, what makes you think you supporting God because you giving money to the church? That's the religion aspect. That's why Jesus hated it. He hated it. Why? Because people was in bondage. God wanted people to give cheerfully. He wanted them to have a hilarious attitude toward giving. Why? Because it was toward him. How in the world, I want to ask y'all a question. How in the world could people who just came out of 400 years of bondage, they go in the bushes. And God said, hey, Moses, I want you to raise me up. That's the first place I ever seen where God said, tell him, I want you to raise me an offering. That's the only time I ever seen God ask for an offering. And when you saw why he was asking it, he said, tell him to build me a tabernacle that I may dwell among them. Ain't that something? God asked you to give toward a house he wants you to build so he can come live in it. He owned the whole earth. Why did he need to ask them for an offering? Because then he knew they would want him to come and live among them. He said, if you build me a house, I'll come and live among you. If you don't, then I know you don't want me to come live among you. Guess what the Bible said? They gave so much gold and silver to Moses said, that's enough, y'all got to quit bringing it. I'll be glad when I can reach the place where I say, hey, y'all, we got to stop taking offerings. Would you like for your boss man to tell you, say, sir, I don't need no more money. I don't need no more hours of work. I don't need no more money. Not me. Not me. I ain't enough of nothing. I hear that. Say more. Say more. Say more. Do you believe that the way God is now, I'm talking about the way you live in your life don't affect how you see God? You don't think so? I'm talking about the way you live your life now reflects on how you see God. Some of y'all tighten up. If I start talking about giving, you tighten up. You don't get excited, you tighten up. Why? Why? I'm saying trying to hold it. And if God was giving somebody, I bet you your hand, your feet, your toes, everything, the old. Come on. Come on now. Come on. But you wouldn't have an attitude like that toward giving? Because the same attitude, God has an attitude in receiving and toward giving. You know, Paul said, y'all, I didn't ask y'all for nothing. He says, I never asked y'all to communicate me toward giving and receiving. You notice he put emphasis on both of them, giving and receiving. Why do we separate giving from receiving? And yet Paul treated them with both respect. We put more emphasis either on giving or receiving. Why is the emphasis put on one or the other? Because I'm telling you, that's how we see God. We see him like that. We want to think, the church done had us thinking that God ain't involved with everything we do. He's only involved in some of the stuff we do. That's why I ask y'all, how do you define God? Let me give you a simple area. Anything God is involved in, that's God. I just helped you with a definition of what God is. Anything that God is involved in, that's God. I'm going to say it again. Anything that God is involved in, that's God. Amen. Now my question is this. What all is God involved in my life? Why do you call yourself godly? Huh? What'd you say? Because God lives in me. Do you call Eve godly? Huh? Well, why do you think you can't eat that hog? Well, that ain't, the pig ain't godly. The beef ain't godly neither then. The vegetables you eat, that ain't godly neither then. Why do you think one food is more godly than the other? I'm trying to show y'all something. See this religious mindset we done got. We think that God is going to separate the good food from the bad food. What if you ain't got nothing but the bad food? You going to starve to death. Somebody bring a ham to your door. You, Lord, I'm hungry. And here comes somebody. I bet you your neighbor ain't going to say that he hungry. I bet you Peter said, boy, this is the best pork chop I ever had. Because he ain't never had it, because he ain't never ate none. They thought the pork chop was ungodly because the devil wanted the pig. And so we done made the pig ungodly. Them pigs might have been ungodly, but not all pigs. Come on now, y'all might well talk to me now. Amen. What make y'all think that the only reason they went in the pig because there wasn't no cows right now? Or there wasn't no sheep. That's the only reason why. But see, we've been hoodwinked that the devil chose the pig because the pig was more ungodly. They were ungodly. The pigs were ungodly. Well, why did the pig go drown themselves if they were so ungodly? I don't see nobody around here drowning themselves with the devil in them. Amen. Come on now, talk to me. Don't tell me some of y'all don't get them devilish ways sometimes. I don't see y'all drowning y'allself. But a pig who ain't got it had enough sense to go drown himself, so you ain't gonna live in me. I don't see none of y'all saying that. I ain't gonna let the devil live in me. Ain't it now? It made poor Mr. Pig ungodly. Some of y'all probably, if I catch up with some of y'all, I bet y'all eat the pig feet, the pig ears, and everything, the tails and everything. Just nobody just ain't culture. Amen. All I got to do is follow you a little while. I bet y'all catch you eating Mr. Pig. Then be calling you Piggly Wiggly. Right here. Because we done been what's called religiously brainwashed. Even when it gets to a term called godly, we think godly just simply means that which, is holy and is sacred. Well, what is you? And Paul talks about that. He said, don't let nobody bring you up, wash with y'all. Don't touch this. Don't eat this. He said, don't let nobody brainwash y'all with that. And yet the church is being brainwashed. We done sit here and we done try to promote, listen, let me tell you something. I believe in what you call, I hate to use the term healthy eating, because now you're putting the emphasis on what you eat. Balance. Well, why don't you just eat, if you have a balance with your health and it's being derived from food, why don't you ask the Holy Spirit to help? Quit letting other people tell you what you can't eat and what you should eat. Just ask, Lord, can you give me not a restricted diet, a diet that'll serve my body? Since you live in it, give me a diet that'll serve my body. Listen, he'll get involved with your eating. I believe my son, Drell, could have done that. He was an advocate after me. Now, I know Jamal said you don't use this term, but just for the sake of sports, I'm going to use this. He had the potential. All right? But my boys, they'll shut down on you if you don't play them. They ain't gonna practice. I mean, they'll go to practice, but you ain't gonna get much practice from them. Man, I'm preaching this. How many of y'all got children who are shut down and, oh, ain't none of y'all got no children like that who won't shut down if they can't get what they want? I'm talking about, come on now, don't tell me the children won't shut down. Yeah. Watch yourself. You think y'all have changed God is y'all will shut down too if you don't get what you want. Don't tell me you won't stop giving. I thought you told me if I give God. I ain't told you that. Don't come back and say Brother Gary said that. Brother Gary ain't never said that you give God won't do this. You ain't never heard me say that. I don't put no obligations on God. Now, first of all, I want you to understand that God wants to be involved with you in everything that you do. I tested it. My son Jarrell was playing for the Little League, he got hit after the play was over, and it injured his back. So Keisha called me and told me Jarrell had to go to the hospital. I was on my job. I said, yeah. I said, Lord, I said, now, we got an issue right now. Because I asked you, anytime my children go participate in something, I get you involved in it. I need to know what's going on here. Now, did I have aspirations? Yeah, excuse me. I would have loved to see him and Jamal, go to professional sports. You know, when the children go that big, you start thinking that you a new car, new house. Don't be trying to act like y'all don't. Yeah, you know that what you want the children to know, so you can get something out of the deal. Ain't it? And so, I had aspirations. I ain't keeping no secret. I said, he was playing that league. I'm already thinking about pro. He wasn't even in high school. So I said, Jarrell, he said, go get it. I said, okay. Right up to the North Brown. I walked in the hospital, he was sitting there waiting on me. I said, what's up with you? He said, I got hurt. I said, you want to go home? He said, yeah, I want to be in there. I said, let's go. I ain't asked him how he feel. I ain't whether he hurt. I ain't asked him. I said, let's go. But when you play Little League, they actually said, well, you got to go get a doctor. Permit to come back. Me and my wife too, you know what they say? He just got a little bruise. He can play. I ain't waiting for the doctors to tell me that. I got God involved before I got any doctor's report. I'm just trying to get you to see God and get involved in stuff that you like. Listen, it ain't got to be in church. He'll get involved in anything you like. Why? Because he lives in it. He lives in it. So, I'm going to skip 1 Corinthians. If I start bothering that, you're living for yourself, y'all might get up and walk out. So, I'm going to get the other part. Go to Colossians, first chapter. Are you there? First chapter. Remember I told you, most of us still living in what God saved us from instead of discovering what did he save before. Say a good life.
Good life.
Come on, say a good life.
Good life.
Say, God want me to enjoy my life.
God want me to enjoy my life.
Say, my children, everything I do, he want me to enjoy. Quit trying to measure success by what you accomplish. That means if you don't accomplish that, you ain't going to enjoy yourself. Come on. So your life can only be measured by what you accomplish. What if your child don't go to pro? What if he don't go to college? Come on!
Amen.
What if he don't get that kind of job that your neighbor child got? What if he don't? Then what? He ain't nothing now? He ain't nothing? Well, suppose he end up doing stuff that you dread. See, this is what we in right now. Listen, I got a son. That cat ain't that cat. Well, I ain't gonna talk about that one. But them the ones we don't like to talk about. I ain't no different from y'all. We all got them children that didn't turn out the way we wanted them to turn out. Come on now. I ain't on one like that. And them the ones you know we don't brag on. So, brother, what you do? Don't be asking me about what I done. What you doing? What you doing? If God, let me tell y'all something. You believe Jesus? Do you believe that that what Jesus did, that Jesus was the originator of that plan, that God wanted to do it with Jesus from the beginning? Nah. That's why he called it the second Adam. That's that second child. The first one didn't work out. You think God didn't like Adam because he rebelled against him? Don't tell me he did, because you kicked him out of the garden. You said, get out of here, you rotten scum. He did. He put him out of the garden. Don't tell me Jesus God was the first somebody to put somebody out the house. He put him out and said, go for yourself. Really? This guy? He said, you're going to have to work by the sweat of your brow. But the one thing we don't follow up is that God never left him. He stayed right there with him. See, it's one thing I want you to listen to love and approval. There's a difference between love and approval. Listen, you can still love your child and not approve of what they do. But see, most of us treat our children, if they don't do what we approve of, we stop loving them. I don't want nothing else to do with you. Boy, let me tell y'all something. That ain't love, not in its purest form. Love says, I ain't gonna never leave you, I ain't gonna forsake you. Now, I may not approve of what you're doing, but I'm gonna be right here with you. You listening? Did you know Adam may have been put out of the garden, but he still lived in the presence of God? That Cain never recognized that only somebody God put out of his presence was Cain. And you know what? When God went to talk to him, he said, hey man, I want to talk to you for a minute. He said, listen, I got to ask you something. He said, where your brother at? He still got sassy because my brother's keep. He said, oh, okay. He said, well, your brother's blood crying out to me. He said, now, I tried to tell you before you committed that crime that the evil was at your door and you could have stopped it. I'm going to tell you something. Let me tell you something about sickness, about poverty, and anything. How many of y'all know the curse has been removed? Come on, off your life. You know it, right? Well, can I ask you a question? Why is the effect of it still affecting us? I'm talking about even our attitude. It's affected by the curse. That's all I got to give. Yo, that's a lie. I told you that. That is not the truth just because that's the only money you can see. That ain't all you got to give. Or y'all will say amen to that. Because we shifted. But see, we've been prone to believe that. And so when God says, watch this, so he says the enemy is right at the door now. He says, you can stop him. How many of y'all have heard me say this? Anything you fail to resist have a right to remain. See, in the Old Testament, they couldn't resist Satan. So God had to stop him. He said, I rebuke him for your sake. And that's what he said when it was pertaining to tithing out. He said, number one, the earth is on a curse. When he said you're cursed, God was not cursing them. He was telling them why the curse came upon them. He said, you curse with the curse. Why? He said, because you won't bring your tithe and your offerings into my storehouse. He said, if you do it, then what that does, it makes everything else holy and I can rebuke the devil. Why? The tithe testifies of your salvation. I'm just trying to show you something. Why God instituted the tithe. Abraham was the first one to tithe. That's where the first place. I always remember Genesis, the first law mentioned. Why did Abraham pay tithe? You remember his experience with his wife? When he was standing there looking while that man had to come and got his wife. Remember what he told Sarah? He said, you got to tell them that you're my sister because they might kill me for you. He was afraid, so he lied. All right? But who lied? That cat wasn't thinking nothing about Sarah. They could have killed Sarah. He said, my life. So God said, what this cat doing? You willing to sell your wife off to protect yourself? And I told you I'm going to be with you. So finally God had to intervene and hey, if you touch that man's wife, you're a dead man. God is now coming on the scene. Listen, God got involved with that marriage. He said, if you touch that man's wife, he said, Lord, I didn't know that was his wife. He said, I know it. He said, I kept you back from touching her. He said, but if you insist on touching her, you're a dead man. I can't call Abraham, why you lie? But Abraham didn't lie. She is my sister. You still married, man. Now watch yourself. And the Bible said, for Sarah's sake, say grace. Wasn't no faith involved in that. It said, because of Sarah, the king made Abraham rich. All right? For Sarah's sake, not for God's sake, for Sarah's sake. Abraham didn't even know that God got involved with his marriage. He wasn't praying, he wasn't giving, he wasn't doing nothing. But because God said, hey, I'm going to bless you. Anybody who try to do harm to you, he said, I'm going to deal with them. So now God proves himself to Abraham. Watch yourself. It's still Lot. Remember Lot? Now, most of y'all think Lot was the son. Well, people say he's a righteous man. So now I want to ask you a question. You want to be like righteous Lot or righteous Abraham? Because the Bible called Lot righteous. Didn't it? Well, Lot get kidnapped. They come back and tell him and say, hey, your nephew been kidnapped. He said, wait a minute. Abraham get 318 million, go get Lot, get all of the stuff back, come back. Kings come out to meet Abraham, but before they could get to him, Melchizedek comes in. And he said, blessed be thou, Abraham. The God of heaven and earth blesses you. And the Bible said, let's now watch, that Abraham gave tithe to Melchizedek. Now, who asked him for it? Nobody. How did he know to give tithe? He realized that God is my protector. I ain't got to try to hold nothing. Can't nobody reward me. And then he give. And after he give, the king came to say, Abraham said, listen, give us the people. But you can have all of the stuff. He said, no. Watch what he said. And you don't even realize this is what you're saying. He said, it'll never be said that a man made Abraham rich. Listen, when you can get to that part, tithing and giving will no longer be an issue. Why? Because you know who your great reward is. Now watch this. God hadn't said nothing. In the 15th chapter, the Bible said the word of the Lord came to Abraham and said, Abraham, he said, yeah. He said, fear not. Notice God didn't tell him that when he was going to the Philistine. God didn't say nothing. He let Abraham give Sarah away. But here he says, fear not. Why? He had begun to recognize God is my reward system. He said, don't be afraid. I'm your great. Exceedingly that we want. Then this cat, you know that cat had there to ask God. He said, hey God, come here. He said, yeah. He said, you said you're going to bless me, right? God said, yeah, I did. He said, I ain't got no seed. Is you listening? This cat got a nerve to ask God for something else after God had told him, I'm your reward. Well, see, he had developed a relationship with God to where he could ask him. He can ask him. He got God involved with the promise that God made to him. Now God gets Abraham gets God involved with the promise he made. He said, you ain't gave me no. He said, listen. He said, come and let me show you something. He said, go up and look at the stars. Did you know God darkened the skies for Abraham to see the stars? He said, look up. He said, can you count? Can you now? We see the word count, but it should be named. He said, can you name the stars? He said, so shall your seed be. Then he took him out to the water. He said, look at all that sand right in that lake. He said, can you count the sand on the lake? And watch this up. Now, God didn't establish that covenant. This cat wanted to step up and say, hey, Lord. He said, how can I know this? God said, I want you to go get 5 animals and cut them in half. He said, and I'm going to walk between you. In other words, in the Old Testament, God asked man to provide him a sacrifice. In the New Testament, God provides himself with a sacrifice. Oh, you better get this, huh? You know why God ain't asking you for no money? He provides himself for a sacrifice. You didn't get it. I said he provides himself for a sacrifice. God said, listen, instead of asking you, I'm going to give myself. You understand now why I said it's more blessed to give? Who's the first giver? You want to be the second giver? He tell you, follow me. If I say it's more blessed to give, not you're going to be blessed more. He says more blessed to give. Not I'm going to bless you more. Why? I initiated it. I started. In Colossians 1st chapter, Jesus says, Paul discovers, he says, Jesus is the preeminence of all things. He is in all things and he is before all things. Watch this. And all things consist of him. Now this is what I want to get you to understand, and I'm done. He said, I was before all things. How many things?
All things.
Now watch this. He said, I'm in all things. How many things?
All.
What do all things include? But why y'all try to segregate and make it look like God ain't in some stuff? He ain't in Hollywood. Oh, yes, he is in Hollywood. He ain't in sports. Oh, yes, he is in sports. He said, I'm before all things and I'm in all things. But see, we done tried to separate them. So we won't let, listen, let me tell you something. Your child can be protected in anything that they participate in. Why? Because God in it.
Amen.
Is you listening? Now your child get to be protected from all of the stuff that could injure a child. Your child get to be protected because you have a covenant with God. You listening? Child, you have to watch it. Now, what you have to do is to know that God is involved. When God is involved, let me tell you something. You can go to sleep at night. Say God is in all. He is before all. And he holds all things together. When you notice it, quit trying to separate God from stuff that you like done. And learn to enjoy your life. It's an enjoyable life, but you won't enjoy it if you think God ain't involved in it. I'm closing. And me and my brother one time, we was having a celebration up to his house. This is a funny story. They bought some apple cider. Well, I didn't know the apple cider had 12% alcohol in it. You know, so they were serving it to my brother's house. And me and him sitting down there drinking. So I started to feel a little funny. So I said, man, this apple cider here. They feel a little funny. He said, oh man, that ain't never apple cider. I said, yeah. I said, well, why got me feeling like this? Now, I'm not encouraging nobody to go drink and get drunk. All right? I want you to listen to the story. We got like that much more in the bottle. So I decided to turn around and look at the bottle. I said, oh, Lord. I said, hey, bro. He said, yeah. I said, you know it's alcohol in this bottle? He said, no, I didn't know there was alcohol in it. So my mama came out the door. She said, y'all out there getting drunk, huh? So now you know you want to get saved all over again. So you want to put the bottles down. But I kept looking at that bottle. I said, man, that apple cider was good, man. So he looked at me and I looked at him. He said, you gonna pour it out? I said, not today. I said, I'm drinking this up. Now I'll tell you what my religious mind says. Watch this. God just gonna have to forgive. Now, I want you to listen to this part now. Watch it now. See, some of y'all hear this and you're gonna hear the wrong thing. He said, Gary. He said, what I got to forgive you for? I said, it's alcohol in this apple cider. He said, you like it? I said, yeah. He said, man, drink it. Now watch yourself. I said, you ain't gonna be upset. He said, if you die from it, you come into heaven. He said, but if you're gonna die, you might as well enjoy dying. I said, what you said? He said, you might as well enjoy it if you think you're gonna die. I said, well, I might as well finish this bottle here, boy, because if I do happen to come to heaven, I'm going to tell them what this apple tastes like when I... Listen. And y'all church folks would have said they out there getting drunk. I wasn't trying to get drunk. I was just trying to enjoy myself. You would have said I'm getting drunk. But God said, you're enjoying yourself. And mind you, I didn't know there was no alcohol in it, but the moment I found out about it, I was going to pour it out. You know why you want to pour it out? He said, you done drunk over half of it. I said, yeah. I said, well, I don't want you to think I'm just, being rebellious. He said, no, if you come, he said, you coming straight to heaven, you might as well enjoy yourself. Listen, if you going to enjoy living, when it's time for you to go, you ought to enjoy leaving. Some of y'all missed that. I said, if you're going to enjoy living, why don't you enjoy leaving? Paul said, I'm ready to be off now. He looked forward to it. Do you look forward to living? This is what the Lord had me to tell you. They tell him to let me get involved in what they're doing. Now watch this. He said, watch the success rate. Watch how your success rate goes up. So you trying to ask God to get involved with stuff, you want him to bless it. He said, I'm already involved, you just don't acknowledge me. He said, anything you in, God said, I'm in it. I'm in it by default. Why? Because I'm in you. You can't separate what you like from God. I'm going to say it again. You can't separate what you like from God. If it's sinful, the Holy Spirit will tell you that it's sinful. You're a righteous person. What is godly? Anything that God is in you, but then quit trying to separate what you think God don't like and what you like. He in you. I'm talking about he's just not in you potentially. He is in you. He is in you. God is in you. And he wants you to enjoy it. Amen. Stand to your feet.